Welcome back to Kish and Tell. If you probably could tell from the title that this is a get ready with me. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, stay tuned. So you are seeing me in all my barefaced glory right now. Yeah, usually you see me all glammed up and I'm ready for the camera. But I thought today that I would do a get ready with me. There was a particular look that I had done with my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which now seems ancient because she's even come out with the redone one with the new formulas or whatever, where you don't have to use your finger. But anyway, I did a really beautiful look with this, and it seems to be a lot of people's favorites. So I thought I would recreate that look, and I would sort of talk you through the process, the products I use, kind of how I achieve these looks, and you will see how angles make a difference to everything, because clearly it's not how I'm looking right now. So I have gone ahead and already moisturized my face. So my moisturizer, I usually use the Cordelay oil. I then go in with my vitamin E oil serum from Sephora. It's a Sephora owns brand. And then I go on top of that, depending on whether it's day or night. If it's the day, I use the Sephora illuminating moisturizer. If it's nighttime, I use the Youth to the People. And if you want to see, let me know down in the comments. I can do a get unready with me where I can show you what I use to take off my makeup and what I use to make my skin look so dewy. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I know this is a little travel size. I do have a full size, but just for the sake of keeping it in this thing, I always just refill this. So I always have like a travel size with me. And then I'm just going to actually use this little e.l.f. stipple brush because I feel like I like the way. A lot of these things don't have like a reason to it. It's just the way I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into that. And like I said, my face is still kind of that really moisturized. So I'm just going to go ahead and place this translucent powder. And people think that, you know, oh, this just really mattifies the look. And it can, depending on what you then go ahead and put on top. But for me, I can also like rebuild the dewiness through my highlighter. The reason I do the translucent powder to begin with is just, it's actually a trick I saw on TikTok, believe it or not. But basically what it does is it mattifies the skin, and then when I go ahead and put like my primer and everything on top, it's gonna give this like really airbrushed finish. And I think sometimes maybe it's just like more of a mental thing than it is actually like a real thing, because I don't know if it actually makes a difference. But then I'm gonna go in with this Glam Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer, and it is in Nude Glow. So I'm not going anywhere particular today. I just thought I was going to make a YouTube video. So I've got this, and then I was going to make another YouTube video, and for that I needed to be ready. So just, by the way, just going in with and I use that as my primer, the Glam Glow. Use the Glam Glow as my primer. But yeah, so I just thought I would film this as a get ready with me, and then I would be ready to film my other video. Now, because I'm going for like a golden honey brown color, I'm going to use this Estee Lauder brown eyeliner, and I love Estee Lauder eyeliners. I think they're so soft, they're so pliable, and I'm actually just going to go ahead, and you're like, what are you doing? I don't do anything in sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this in my waterline. I go in quite thick, you can see. And I'm going to keep that out because I may need to go over it. But the reason I like to do that is because sometimes my eyes can just like water. And so I'd rather than water before I put any of the rest of my makeup on, especially if it's just in the waterline. And then I am going to use my trusted e.l.f. brow definer. This thing is great. It cost me $2 and it does such a great job. And I just go in here and I usually just draw the straight line like that. And then just softly feather from that line all the way through to kind of follow the same direction as the hairs in that. And then I'm going to just, from that bottom line, feather them up. So I get something that kind of looks like that. There's always one eyebrow that always looks like a donkey's butt and the other one that looks really beautiful. I'll let you figure out for yourselves which one's which.
Bruh.
This is so crazy. Anyway, I guess let's get to fixing that, shall we? I don't need any more product. So I'm going to use the spoolie end, and I'm just going to use that line that I draw initially. I'm just going to start flicking that upwards, so I'm moving that product into my eyebrow and then just following the natural shape of my brow. I'm very lucky because I have very thick, shapely brows. So I don't take that for granted. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to use this little really dirty ass concealer brush, which I need to wash all my brushes this week. I got this really neat tool that holds your brush and then it like spins really, really fast and it cleans the brush, and then when you pull it up, it air dries it and then it's clean. So I usually try and do that once a week. And I try to clean my sponges every other day. So of course, again, those you are not getting on a clean day. So yeah. I'm gonna just take this, and this is just e.l.f. concealer, and it's actually so good. I had been using Shape Tape by Tarte for a while, and honestly, this is great. I have no complaints. I love the consistency of it. I love how pliable it is, because that's the other thing. I don't like concealers that dry too quickly. So anyway, I'm gonna just very much like I drew a line with the eyebrow product, is how I'm going to draw a line under my brow to carve it. Now, I do want to just preface this with, I am by no means a makeup aficionado. I just know what I like on me. I did used to do makeup, but all this like cut creasing and contouring and the talent I just see online today, like I could never. I don't like to lose the natural curves of my brow because I don't like it to look so, I don't like them to look so rigid on my face. I like them to look carved, like that clearly you can tell is carved. That's good. And so I like to do my eyes first because if I get any fallout and spill from the eyeshadow, then it doesn't ruin my base. So I'm just gonna plonk that on my eyelid. And with my wet or moist sponge, concealer sponge, I'm just gonna dab that into my eyelid. And I can use that kind of as an eyeshadow base, but I do also put on my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. Now, since learning that they are not technically cruelty free, I have stopped buying MAC, but I do have MAC products, and I just would think it was wasteful to toss them all out. But I do think that we have power in our I think we do have power in the way we choose to spend our money. And so I just choose not to spend money with MAC anymore because, you know, I care about floofs. So, but, you know, like I said, once all my MAC stuff is gone, I will no longer, like, I won't replace it. I'll just replace it with something else from a different brand. I think it's hard to have brand loyalty sometimes because, you know, someone's always coming out with the next best thing. And I also just think in this day and age, there's just no excuse to not be cruelty free. Beautiful. And now I'm going to set that with this big brush, this big old brush, big brush in the color, in the shade Bay right here. And I'm just gonna pat that all over my lid just to set that concealer and eyeshadow primer base. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with this shade Shy, which is kind of like a dusky pink color. And I'm gonna use that as my transition shade right here. And I'm just gonna, like, I don't really worry about how I place it because I'm just gonna place it on my eyelid. And I'm not really worried again about neatness right now. I'm just worried about getting the pigment on my eyelid. And I do kind of like, if you notice, I do like windshield wiper motions. You get something that looks like that. And then with this kind of fluff brush right here, I'm going to take the color Sandalwood. I'm just going to plop that again on top of that crease. I know I'm not the only one who does their makeup with their mouth wide open. And then with that first brush, I'm just going to do that same motion. I think that makes like a really pretty, like, pinkish brown. This palette is like 4 years old now, and I do think it's a very timeless palette. I mean, if you have the money and you haven't already bought this palette, I would recommend getting the remastered, the rose gold remastered. I just didn't see it. I didn't see the worth in getting it for me, just because I wasn't in dire need of it. I'm going to use a basic e.l.f. fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the shade Henna, and you can see that it's kind of curved, right? And I'm just going to take that curve and I'm just going to work it. But I'm not going to go all the way this time like I did. I'm actually just going half of the way. And I'm going to take this Real Techniques fluffy brush, and I'm just in circular motions to really work that in. Really want to work that in. I want that to blend as seamlessly as possible. And you know what, guys? When you see a girl who has flawlessly blended eyeshadow, make sure you tell her that her makeup looks amazing, because I can't even begin to tell you how much my arms ache from just my blending. And that is Beautimus Maximus. And then I'm going to take this Sephora Pencil Precision Smudge Brush right here with this little thing here. And I'm actually going to take this color Cocoa right here, this very, very dark brown. And I'm going to put quite a lot of color on that. And I'm actually going to put it right here in the corner, like so. And then with the excess, I am going to work it up, like so. So we have something that looks like that. And now you can see why I do not put my base on first, because I would get so much fallout. So I just dab that into the corner. So I'm going to take that Real Techniques fluffy brush, and I am just going to start blending. You can see it actually doesn't end up being as heavy when you blend it in and blend away. Now, I don't know if many of you know, but with the Rose Gold palette, she was the first to do, or the first that was well known, I should say, because otherwise, you know, people are going to at me, but she had these like glitter shades kind of thing. But what was really these were known for is that you couldn't really use your brush to put them on. And so a lot of people, that's why she ended up remastering it, because a lot of people were like, it's not that hygienic. But as you can see, I have dipped into a lot of these shades, so is what it is. But I'm actually going to dip into Blessed, and then this color 24 Karat Gold. So I'm going to put them both together. So blessed and 24 karat. So I'm going to first of all grab the blessed color, and I'm just going to do a sort of like a pat and like smooth. So it kind of looks like that before I add the gold on the top. And then I'm just going to take this finger like that, and I'm just going to place in the middle of that lid. You can see the difference here, right? You can see the way the light hits it differently. I have the Moulin Rouge soundtrack stuck in my head right now, and I can't stop thinking about my best friend Natalie. I just feel like if she was here, I would start singing it and then she would sing it with me, and it would be like a moment. So now if you're at home watching this, a kiss on the hand, maybe quite continental. I know she sang it back to me. I do know what I do want to do is I do want to go in again with that dark brown cocoa shade and just really define. So then what I am going to do is I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs Kohl in black and get my upper lash line. And then I'm also just going to mark out a little bit later. I feel like this trick really helps me. This is kind of where I'm going to want my liquid liner to go. And also when you place down like a kohl on top of a glitter, and then if you really want like a jet black line, this is the best way to do it, because if you just try and put the liner straight over the glitter, it won't. And now I can start working on my base. I'm going to take from this eyeshadow palette, I'm just going to take this Manny shade, this red shade, and for my dark circles. Right now I look crazy. So we're going to go in with medium golden Tarte Double Duty Beauty foundation. Amazing. Love this foundation. Again, wet sponge or moist sponge. Just start dabbing. I did what the cool kids do. I dabbed. And then I am going to grab my concealer. I'm just going to place that like so, and I'm just going to place it in the areas that I want to highlight. Sort of trickery to ensnare you all to subscribe to me. I don't know why I am this way. I honestly, I have no idea why I am the way I am. Something that looks like that, which is the highlighted areas. And then with my damp sponge, I am just going to get my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I am going to bake, I'm going to set and bake that concealer in those areas. I normally use the Ben Nye banana powder, but I have run out, so I need to buy some more. So we're going to try setting with this today and hope for the best. Well, hopefully that will work. And I'm going to take the Fenty Mocha, make it really look like I played in cat poo. So you should have something that looks like this, where you look slightly insane. Again, I'm just going to go in with a damp sponge. I'm going to just start blending it out. Okay, blending of that, then you're going to want to go in with your just whatever bronzer you have. I just have this Dollar Tree one, which is really good and works for me. So I'm just going to put product on my brush, tap off any of the excess because I don't need to do that much. Also, if you are like me and too much of a chicken to get lip fillers and a nose job, I suggest investing in a nice small thin brush like this and just place your bronzer on there and then just follow that line down and then use it to put in this little thing in your cupid's bow like so, and then take it and place it under your bottom lip so it casts a shadow like you have this very heavy bottom lip. And then I am just going to fluff that out. Always forget, always manage to do that on one bloody eye. Okay, so I'm going to take this quite thick smudgy brush, and with the sandalwood, the henna and the cocoa, I am going to work that under my eyes. I like to do it when ideally while I still have the setting powder under my eye, again because for fallout reasons. Okay, I'm gonna go with the henna and I'm just gonna go from 2/3 of the way, and then with the cocoa just that last third. So you get something that looks kind of crazy like that. And then you're going to use your fluffy brush, blend all the look together. And what this does is it really elongates and opens up your eye. Okay. I'm going to take my all-nighter setting spray. I'm going to take my fan brush, like so, and my Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics. And I am going to start to work on that. And I like to do this before I put on my blush so it all blends in. And I'm going to want to put this everywhere. I want the light to hit this one up with the Cupid's bow. Love that. I'm going to take a small little smudge round brush and I'm going to place the inner corners. So cute. I've always wanted a little button nose. And then I take this, it's also a fan brush by Real Techniques, but this is like very densely packed. And what I do is to sort of break that streaky highlighter line so it more blends. So I get more, I mean, honestly, if they don't see me from Mars, I'll be upset. And again, just placing that right where I want the light to hit me. And then this is the Patrick Star I'm Not Blushing MAC collaboration, and I love this blush. So once this runs out, I need to find a non-MAC version of this color. And I'm just going to place that right here and blend it into my bronzer, like so. Such a pretty color. It's like an apricot peachy color. So now we're going to want to go in with our eyeliner. So I'm just going to use the Fenty black eyeliner. It's called Cause I'm Black. I do like how precise this liner is. Okay, I think I got my eyeliner perfect. So I think we'll call that good. Before I put my mascara on, I am just going to use the excess of what is left with my all over powder brush, again by Real Techniques, and I'm really going to fluff that in there because I don't like it so densely packed, because at this point when I'm putting it on my face, I'm just wanting to put an all over sheer finish, just to sort of blend everything in. And if you want, at this point, you can actually go ahead and just put your finishing layer of setting spray. You can just put on your finishing let that set. Oh, whew. Okay, lash time. So I'm just gonna quickly put a quick layer of the mascara. This is the Clarins brown or natural brown lip liner. It is my favorite. They have now discontinued it, but I was sure to get my hands on a lot of them. My phone is going to die. Yeah, guys, I film on my phone. So I'm going to just finish up by putting these lashes on. Again, LA colors that I got from the Dollar Tree. They are epic, really good, and I love them. And then in that time, I'm going to charge my phone and I'm going to get ready, and then I will come back and I will show you the final look. Here it is, the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments if you have some other looks that you would like me to try. If you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me, I really do love this look. And I find it funny because, you know, there's not really a lot of places we can go. So the ladies at Joann's will probably now get to enjoy this look. But yeah, so I will be now going on to film another YouTube video, so you will see this look but maybe a different outfit. But yes, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you try to recreate this look, and if you do, please make sure that you tag me down on my social platforms. All of them are in my description. But please make sure you tag me and hashtag Kish and Tell. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.